fall into the trap of scrolling through YouTube and Facebook. You lose hours on your day, and your mind becomes passive. My name's Dwight Crowell. I'm currently completing my thesis for a master's in classics at Dalhousie University, and I have a MA in New Testament studies as well, and I took my bachelor's at Kingswood University in theology. So productivity by definition means that you achieve certain goals. So the first thing to do is to define those goals precisely, and then the second thing to do is to kind of sit down and reason what are the steps to fulfill these goals. And so an ideal day would look like me outlining 3 or 4 kind of more specific goals that I could hit that are actually possible for me to achieve in the day, and that those goals actually support a larger goal that I'm trying to achieve, and that then I go and achieve those goals in that day. So productivity requires a process of reasoning and for you to be clear on what your goals are. The least productive people are people who are addicted to YouTube. The reason, or people who it's good to have to relax and watch Netflix or have some entertainment time, but too much of it causes your mind to be passive and causes you to be less motivated. Like I said, for productivity, you have to engage in thinking, and you have to kind of define and realize what sub-goals will achieve a larger goal. And when you fall into the trap of scrolling through YouTube and Facebook, you lose hours on your day, and your mind becomes passive. It just you create a habit of just having sensory input just hitting you, and you being entertained by new things constantly, and that causes you not to be able to think actively on your own. So I think one thing is to have boundaries with social media to be productive. Of course, some people might work in social media, and obviously that wouldn't apply to them, but boundaries with social media is essential to productivity. A few more principles of productivity would be to make sure you take breaks. In the long run, if you don't take a break, your mind starts to run away on you, and you'll get tired quicker. So for me, what I do is I work for 50 minutes focused, phone away, block Facebook, so I don't allow Facebook to be my browser on my computer. 50 minutes of focused work, then take 10 minutes off, walk around, do something, maybe do a chore or so, and continue to do that 8 to 10 times a day. So do it in those blocks. So you need to give yourself a rest. So that will help you work more hours in a day. And also to exercise. Exercise or taking a nap. It helps refresh the mind, get your mind off it. Exercise, for me, refreshes the mind, and it's like waking up again. It allows you to get back at work fresh and to be productive again. And also, a lot of people talk about a mindfulness practice. For Christians, obviously, that would be prayer. I also like just to do more of a mindfulness where I sit down and focus on my breathing for 5 or 10 minutes and just control my thought process. It's not like some sort of meditation where you're trying to lose yourself in a higher reality or something like that. It's just you've taken control of your thought process. And if you don't take control of your thought process, then you can't be productive, because what you'll end up doing are things that seem easy to you, and you might feel like you're being productive, but those tasks that you're doing aren't actually really contributing to your overall goal. So you always have to keep kind of this hierarchy of goals in mind and define which ones will actually push your project forward. And mindfulness and focus is essential for that, so you don't get swept up in the kind of menial tasks of the day.